Ladies and gentlemen, we are honored that our esteemed chief guest, Honorable Shri Ramnath Kovindji, the 14th President of India, who graciously accepted our invitation, has arrived to lead this historic day.
Before going ahead with the session, I would now request Lieutenant Colonel Virendra Singh, Director, National Human Rights Commission, to kindly present planters as a token of respect and appreciation. To Honorable Justice Shri V. Ramasubramanian, Honorable Chairperson, National Human Rights Commission. Shri Rakesh Kumar Pandey, Joint Secretary, Ministry of Home Affairs. To Shri Valay Singh, Co-founder and Lead, India Justice Report. To Professor Dr. Vadikananda, Indian prison reformer, media educator and media commentator. And to Ms. Maitri Mishra, Director of Mitigation and Mental Health and Criminal Justice, The Square Clinic. Thank you, sir. May I now request Honorable Justice Shri V. Ramasubramanian to deliver the address and chair the session. Sir.
A very good afternoon to all of you. I don't know whether I should say good afternoon or good morning, because in Delhi, in Chennai, by 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock in the evening, we used to say good evening, good night. But here in Delhi, night starts after 10 o'clock. Therefore, at 11:30, I don't know whether it is good morning or good afternoon. Anyway, I am happy to welcome all of you for this National Conference on Human Rights of Prison Inmates, which is one of the hot topics globally today. In fact, in a lighter vein, I always used to say that if India does not think about prison reforms, who else can? This is because one of the incarnations of God, Lord Krishna, was born in jail. Therefore, we owe a greater duty to talk about prison reforms than I think any other country in the world. And I used to wonder, Krishna's parents delivered, he was the 8th child. I think 7th child was not delivered. Therefore, if they could deliver so many children in jail, is it a fact that the rights of a couple to cohabit was recognized in those days? I don't know. Maybe it is stretching too far. The status, current state of affairs at the international level, at the national level, and where do we go forward? How do we go forward are some of the questions that we have to address ourselves to. At the international level, the report of the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime contains certain startling statistics, which are as follows. Global prison population reached 11.5 million in 2022. Nearly 1/3 of the global prison population remains in pre-trial detention with extensive costs to the state, communities, families, and individuals. The report says, globally, prisons are overcrowded in majority of the countries worldwide. Budget, resource, and capacity constraints lead to unlivable conditions with poor prison health. prisons reinforce existing inequalities, the report says, with an over-representation of marginalized communities and insufficient attention to women, youth, persons with disabilities, and other persons with special needs. If you come to the national scenario in India, the Prison Statistics Report 2022 released by the National Crime Records Bureau in December 2023 contains the following statistics. As of 2020, we had about 1,306 prisons in India with an actual capacity of 4,14,033 inmates, but occupied by 4,88,511 inmates, which was about 118%. In the year 2021, the number of prisons increased marginally to 1,319 with a capacity of 4,25,609, but occupied by 5,54,234 inmates, which meant that the occupancy rate was 130.2%. In the year 2022, the number of prisons increased once more marginally to 1,330 with a capacity of 4,36,266 as against the actual occupancy of 5,73,220 prisoners, which represented an occupancy rate of 131.4%. In fact, if you look at the laws prevailing in this country, we had two colonial era laws. One was the Prisoners Act 1894. Interestingly, this Prisoners Act 1894 applied to all the territories occupied by the British except Bombay. That is because Bombay had its own act, Act 2 of 1874. Then this act was replaced in the year 1900 by the Prisoners Act. Then we had the Transfer of Prisoners Act 1950. But after the Constitution was enacted, prisons, reformatories, borstal institutions, and other institutions of a like nature, and the persons detained therein, arrangements with other states for the use of prisons and other institutions, etc., were included in entry number 4 of the state list. Therefore, the power to enact laws to regulate prisons now rests with the state governments because the subject falls under entry 4 of the state list. But in order to overcome the problem of overcrowding of prisons and also to provide measures for rehabilitation, the Government of India formed a model enactment called Model Prisons and Correctional Services Act 2023 and circulated the same to the state governments on 10/5/2023. We have the Joint Secretary from the Ministry. I don't know how many states have actually responded to this model law. Insofar as prisoners from other countries are concerned, India has entered into agreements with 31 countries, including Australia, Bahrain, Bangladesh, etc. Coming to United Nations standards, we have the United Nations Standard Minimum Rules for Treatment of Prisoners, which is called the Nelson Mandela Rules. Then we have the United Nations Rules for the Treatment of Women Prisoners and Non-Custodial Measures for Women Offenders, called Bangkok Rules. We have the United Nations Standard Minimum Rules for Non-Custodial Measures, Tokyo Rules, apart from two famous international conventions. But with all these conventions, international instruments, and the law, where have we gone? Where have we come to is a question that we have to address ourselves to. Today, there are a lot of persons, under trial prisoners. Almost about 73% of the prisoners in India appears to be under trial prisoners. Some of them might have completed more than 50% or even 70% of the entire sentence if they had been convicted. In fact, the Legal Service Authority provides a lot of assistance to prisoners for getting themselves enlarged on bail, etc. But how far the mechanism that we have put in place has been very effective is a question that we have to analyze. So the purpose of this one-day conference is to find out. We have invited people who are working on the field. We have invited people who are representing the government. We have people who are judges of the high courts who are working with the state legal service authorities. We have human rights defenders. Therefore, all these stakeholders are here. From you, we want to learn. Our endeavor today is not to give you a lecture, but to listen to you and to receive from you the knowledge that you have, expertise that you have, so that we can make appropriate recommendations to the state governments and the central government. Where Professor Dr. Vartika Nanda, she is a prison reformer, media educator and media commentator. Madam, the floor is yours.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody. Shri Justice V. Ramasubramaniam, Honorable Chairperson NHRC, my co-panelists, and distinguished audience. I had prepared a PPT with a lot of data, but then I decided I will shift to art, colors, sound, and music. Jail could also be a place where there's art, there's some music. There could also be some sort of happiness. So I'm now going to take you to a world of happiness, which is very much required in every jail. As all of you rightly mentioned, they are living beings. And we are today discussing about the dignity and well-being of jail inmates. I'm starting with this poem, खामोश जिंदगी इन सलाखों में आती है आवाज़ दिल के सुने वीरानों से, कैद हो गई है जिंदगी इन दीवारों में, इन सांसों को भी चाहिए अब खुली हवा, ठहर गई हैं सांसें तेरी पनाहों में. Now let me tell you who is Seema. Seema Raghuvanshi was an inmate lodged in Tihar, jail number 6. When I met her, the year was 2012. Her identity was an inmate. 2013, same place, Vigyan Bhavan. Month of September, there was a book titled Tinka Tinka Tihar, which was co-authored, co-edited by me and Vimla Mehra ma'am, who was the DG Prisons at that time. And the book was released by the Home Minister of India. Seema gained a very different identity on that very day. She earned the identity of a poetess. In the next few days, there was a wall which was painted outside the Tihar jail, and all of you who have passed through Tihar would have seen a long painting saying, "Subha likhti hoon, sham likhti hoon, is char diwari mein baitkar मैं बस तेरा ही नाम लिखती हूँ." An inmate who was sad, who was going through mental illness and several other things, a pen and paper changed her life and several other lives around her. Now I'll be talking to you about, how do I get to the first slide?
Backspace. Backspace.
Can you please go to the first slide? Okay. Now I'll be talking to you about jail radio and music and colors, which I just now mentioned. So this is 2013. These are the inmates who worked on writing several things pertaining to their experiences in the prison. 2015, Dasna Jail. Inmates came forward. They gave their poems. This was compiled in the form of a book. Almost 10 to 12 inmates participated in this book, their names acknowledged, and subsequently, letters received by them saying reading and writing gave them the opportunity to come out of the prison of despair or maybe disappointment. 2017, Tinka Tinka Madhya Pradesh. 12 inmates, 4 children, and 1 prahari became part of a coffee table book released by the then Minister of Home, Shri Kiren Rijiju. 12 inmates wrote their stories. They painted the life which is inside the jail. We told them to avoid only one color, which was black. They came out as happy souls. 2024 and 25, Radio in Prison, published by National Book Trust. Inmates became part of this journey. Once upon a time, there was a jail. It had a glorious past, faded present, and an uncertain future. These inmates became part of a microphone. They were given the opportunity to come to a very small room, a tiny room in the jail, and they were asked to write, read, be radio jockeys, become creators, producers, content creators, and those sitting in barracks would hear what their fellow inmates are saying. 2019, District Jail Agra, which is built on one of the oldest prison buildings in India. Radio started in 2019, and what happened in 2020? There was Corona. Now, when most of us were thinking about us, the area which was the most neglected was the prison. And I am really proud and happy to share here that inmates could feel that prison radio is their friend, companion, and a soulmate, because they could relate to the radio. Mulaqats were all banned. They were not able to meet their family members. There was a telephone call, and there was a radio which became their companion. 2 inmates, one wearing a white shirt, Uday. He was doing MSc when he entered the jail. In the last 7 years, in the last 7 years of his incarceration, in 2019, when he was asked to be the radio jockey, he was really surprised. But he became the hero in the jail. Everybody started calling him RJ Uday. The second person standing next to me is Tuhina. Tuhina was an under trial inmate, studied at IIM Bangalore. Nobody knew that she is from IIM, including the superintendent. When she became the radio jockey, she started narrating her stories. Children who were less than 6 years of age, obviously, beyond that they cannot be in the jail, they also used to come to the radio station, perform. They were teary-eyed, mothers were teary-eyed, but at the end, happiness prevailed. Jail radio empowered inmates with their own tools of communication. This encouraged UP Prison Department to initiate prison radio in 5 central jails and 18 district jails of the state. The outcome, there was a study which was conducted, study of the condition of women inmates and their children in Indian prisons and their communication needs, with special reference to Uttar Pradesh. This study was released last year by the Chief Secretary of Uttar Pradesh. After that, prison radios started its journey in the state of Haryana. This was the chronology: Panipat, Faridabad, Ambala, Hisar, Rohtak, Karnal, Gurugram, then Sonipat, Jhajjar, Yamunanagar, Sirsa, Jind. While I'm talking to you, almost 12 radio stations are running in Hisar, in Haryana. There are lots of things to actually smile and feel happy about. While prison is a very sad space, I'm asking you to smile because in this sad space, sometimes we are able to create small little magic. 2021, when this first prison radio in Haryana was launched in Panipat, I'm so happy to share this with you, that within a span of 4 months, the superintendent of the jail confirmed this to me कि मैम पिछले 4 महीने से मेंटल हेल्थ की प्रॉब्लम को लेकर कोई भी जेल की हॉस्पिटल में नहीं आया है. They listen to the jail radio, they sometimes cry, they want to hear some of the songs repeatedly. चिट्ठी आती है, संदेशे आते हैं और बहुत सारे और गाने जो मेरे और आपकी यादों से जुड़े हैं. जिन गानों को मैं और आप जिस नज़र से सुनते हैं, उन गानों को वो किसी और नज़र से सुनते हैं. But at the end of the day, when the entire day, when the jail radio broadcast is on, by the evening, when superintendents feel, most of the superintendents actually feel that there was no incident of aggression, depression, infight, indiscipline, a large share of that credit actually goes to the jail radio, which is run by the inmates, which is for the inmates, and this is one of the beautiful examples of public service broadcasting in India. This is Ambala Jail Radio. Herein, there's another story which I would like to share with you. There was one inmate. When I went, I met him, and I said, "Would you like to do something on the prison radio?" He said, "मैनू कुछ नहीं आता है, मुझे कुछ नहीं आता है." मैंने कहा, "आप कितना पढ़े हो?" "कुछ नहीं पढ़े हैं, मैं एजुकेटेड नहीं हूँ, आई एम illiterate." This man called Shiru then said he would like to write a song on Corona. And guess what? He wrote a song, he sang it. This song was released on YouTube. And for several reasons, I have tried not to share too many things on social media platforms. But for some good reason, the song reached the Union Home Minister and the Union Health Minister. The Union Health Minister retweeted this song, and Sheru became a star. The very next day, the district session judge reached Ambala jail, and she told the superintendent, "I would like to meet Sheru." When Sheru was told, Sheru was trembling with fear. He thought, "Pata nahi ki kar deta hai." But the judge, standing outside the barrack, because he was not feeling well, and there was a chance that he had corona himself, the judge told him, "Kamal da kam kitta hai." I cannot tell you how Sheru changed, his life changed, and for the first time since his imprisonment, people from his village, family members came to meet Sheru. Sheru, who was completely disregarded from the bunch. These are some of the pictures. This is Faridabad Jail Radio. Is it going back? Yeah. So why is this radio important? I would like to shed a little bit of light on this. This is a beautiful mode of internal communication. This addresses the emotional well-being. It's a meaningful engagement. It is a dignified existence. This brings cheer and enthusiasm, and they are spiritual thoughts and solace. During Navratri, they are spiritual discourses. They sing bhakti songs. On Independence Day, they sing songs which are patriotic in nature. They celebrate Diwali, they celebrate Eid, they celebrate Raksha Bandhan. On the day of Raksha Bandhan, in most of the jails, sir, the time of broadcast is extended from 3 to 7 hours. They want their sisters also to listen to the jail radio. They want their brothers also who have come to the jail to listen to their voices of what they are doing inside the jail. Prison radio has impacted the prison environment. Herein, I would also like to stress upon that in most of the jails, there are generally 15 or 20 or sometimes 20 radio jockeys. But there is the entire prison population who listens to the entire broadcast, and thus it impacts the well-being, the mental health of all those who are in the prison. Interestingly, it is not like television, which is shouting or interfering. Interestingly, it is also not like any private television channel which has to broadcast an ad every now and then. These broadcasts are advertisement free. These broadcasts are also fight free. They are very peaceful broadcasts. In fact, I would urge many of the broadcasters to sometimes listen to the prison radio so that you understand the value of peace, silence, and also pain. These are some of the women broadcasters from District Jail, Gurugram. This is the handwriting of an inmate who has written, "I could sleep properly because of the jail radio." She became the radio jockey, and the next day what she wrote is this. जेल में आने के 20 साल बाद कल मैं पहली बार भरपूर सो पाई. जेल में आने के बाद एक रेडियो ही है जिसकी वजह से मुझे सुकून और उम्मीदें मिली हैं. Can we play the audio here? Okay.
Can you play the audio?
Can you play the audio?
तो मैम एक बार जब आप जेल में रहते हो तो आप एक टाइम तो अपने पेरेंट्स की सारी रिस्पेक्ट गिरा के आ जाते हो. तो मैम वही डर था.
इसका नाम है कशिश. कशिश was incarcerated in district jail, Panipat. He was a shy young boy. He came forward. He said, "I want to be a radio jockey." And then he became a radio jockey. Now please listen to what his mother has to say.
मैं वंदना, कशिश की माँ. साधारण सा दिखने वाला मेरा बच्चा आज लोगों का बहुत प्रिय बन चुका है. मेरे पड़ोसी, मेरे जानने पहचानने वाले, जो भी कोई मुझे मिलता, हर कोई यही कहता कि वंदना देखो, आज वो जेल के अंदर रहकर भी कहो कितना अच्छा काम कर रहा है.
इससे पहले वंदना ने अपने पड़ोसियों को नहीं बताया था कशिश जेल में है. जब उसका गाना रिलीज हुआ तो उन्होंने हिम्मत करके कुछ लोगों को बताया, और उसके बाद उनकी माँ को लगा कि कशिश का जेल में होना उतना बड़ा गुनाह नहीं है. गुनाह तो होगा उसके उस आर्ट को छिपाना जिसकी वजह से आज उसे एक आइडेंटिटी मिली है. टुडे कशिश इज अ फ्री पर्सन. ही इज गोइंग टू रिलीज हिज म्यूजिकल एल्बम इन द मंथ ऑफ February. Till now, more than 16 songs have been released from different jails of Haryana. This is another audio clip. Can we try playing this? अगर ये प्ले होता तो जी.
किसा छाया योग रोना काल मेडिकल के बेड पे पड़े लाल. किसा छाया योग रोना काल मेडिकल के बेड पे पड़े लाल. कहीं ठीक होने की आस लावे, कहीं मुर मुर कहने करा जावे के बीती होगी उस माँ पे जिसका लाल गया.
This is a tale from District Jail, Rohtak. These inmates also wrote several songs during the Corona period. Okay, now the other thing which I want to highlight here, that prison radio is not only about entertainment. The first focus is education, information, and then comes entertainment. Kishori Lalji is a deputy superintendent in, I think he's currently, even now, he's posted in Sonipat. He's right here in the audience. I could see him, and thus I am acknowledging his contribution. Let me tell you what Kishori Lalji has done. In District Jail Sonipat, when we started our prison radio, it was very difficult to tell inmates to please come forward, aa jao jail ki radio mein kuch gao, kuch kaho, kuch batao. So those were the days when, inmates were under depression because of COVID-19. We did not want them to miss out on their exams. So there was one inmate called Kuldeep Kumar. Kuldeep has spent more than 22 years in jail. Today he is a free person. He was there in the jail with his brother. Kishori Lalji encouraged him to be a radio jockey. He came forward. Every day he used to come to the radio station and announce with their names, बंटू तुमने अपना फॉर्म नहीं भरा, चिंटू तुमने पढ़ाई नहीं की, मंटू तुमने अपना होमवर्क नहीं किया. Just imagine what kind of a classroom it could have been. A teacher very politely telling on the jail radio, please come forward, please come and attend your classes, please read, please study, please go to the jail radio room, please go to the library. सच कहूँ ऐसे स्टूडेंट्स बड़े मुश्किल से मिलते हैं. Thank you Kishori Lalji for a wonderful person, for encouraging students, for encouraging inmates to come forward and spend their life and they spend their time meaningfully in the jail. This is another audio clip. This is Sonia Chaudhary. Most of you know who she is. She is an inmate currently lodged in District Jail Karnal. And I think she is one of the only inmates in SR, in Haryana, who has been lodged in different jails of Haryana. She is on life imprisonment, and she has gone through several phases of depression. But now she is a happy radio jockey. You can listen to her voice too.
सोचूं कहाँ थी कमी बातें समझाने में, सबकी को मिला अब तिनके का सहारा, हुई जो गलतियाँ ना होगी दोबारा. ऐ खुदा तू बताना कैसी मुसीबत है ये, कैसा
The soul of the song is दे दे तू मौका जिंदगी एक बार जीने का. These are Tinka Jail Radio podcasts, only podcasts in India which deal with prison life and which are dedicated to inmates. These are some of the books in which prison voices, the contributions of inmates have been showcased and documented. These are some of the milestones which I think are not very important to share here. But most importantly, yes, I would like to stress upon the point that across the globe now, people have started looking at our prison radio. The reason for this is, I can boast about it, पूरे presentation में एक बात भी तो boast कर ही सकते हैं, that this is the most systematic prison radio in India, which is trying to deal with the prison population in a way that they are able to reform and they are also able to rehabilitate after the prison life is over. Can we go a little forward? Yeah, okay. Now I'm going towards the last slide. Policy level, let us institutionalize prison radio, let us connect jails, let us join broadcast, let us have better prison libraries. Let us have best practices, more best practices. Let us have more books which are pertaining to prison life. And the last thing which I want to say is that at Tinka Tinka Foundation, we would like to contribute by doing 3 things. Skill enhancement, art and creativity, prison radio, and prison library. I would like to end my talk with a, and this is with the last poem. उल्लास बेफिक्री कुछ ना छीने जाने का विश्वास और खुद से मिलने की जगह भी हो सकती है जेल। उल्लास बेफिक्री कुछ ना छीने जाने का विश्वास और खुद से मिलने की जगह भी हो सकती है जेल। देहरी से भार छोड़ दिए गए शोर भरे समाज से परे खुद को जानने परखने का आश्रम भी हो सकती है जेल। ताले प्रार्थना साधना एक नया सिरा एक नया ठिकाना एक नया अंतरिक्ष कई बार एक जेल के अंदर भी हो सकता है। बाहर से कहीं बड़ा आसमान, जेल का रेडियो वही एक आसमान है। यही है एक दिन का जेल रेडियो। एंड द लास्ट स्लाइड which I think एक बार वो लास्ट स्लाइड पे आप चले जाइएगा प्लीज। सो द लास्ट स्लाइड says that whatever we have tried to do for safeguarding, for ensuring the well-being and dignity of the inmates is unfunded. This is not funded by anybody. This is not sponsored by anybody. This is not supported by anybody. This is just a spiritual exercise, and this is just a way to give it back to the society. Thank you very much.
Actually, from concrete data, we moved on to a very emotional winding up of this first session. Your institution may not be well funded, but it is actually well founded. Dr. Vartika has been the voice of several radio jockeys. So transmission need not necessarily through electromagnetic waves. It can be through the real human, wave. In fact, she was talking about how prisoners joined this radio jockey and became radio jockeys and then started singing and writing books. Many prisoners have written books. 3 important books written in the 20th century were from prisons. All the 3 were on Bhagavad Gita. Mahatma Gandhi wrote a commentary on Bhagavad Gita from jail. Then Balagangadhar Tilak wrote Gita Rahasya from jail, Mandalay jail in Burma. And then Acharya Vinoba Bhave, he gave lectures to the inmates of prisons on Bhagavad Gita, which got collected into a compilation of lectures on Bhagavad Gita. Therefore, I always say in a lighter vein that there is only one difference between people who are inside jails and who are outside. People who are inside jails are persons who are caught. I am not completing the sentence. I am leaving it to your imagination. In fact, I generally would not like to talk about this, but then she has incited me to talk about this when I was writing a column for a Tamil newspaper for about 52 weeks when I was a judge of the Madras High Court, with the participation of readers in creating new words in Tamil language. I received a letter from a person, a postcard, suggesting 4 Tamil equivalent words for a particular English word. And the from address was so-and-so, room number so-and-so, Central Jail, Puzhal. So the next week, when I wrote the next week's column, I began by saying that one of the letters which I had received is from an inmate of a jail. I did not write a prisoner. I also explained the wards and the jailers have their quarters inside the jail. Therefore, in a way, they are also inmates. So, I wrote about him. Ultimately, when those 52 columns got compiled in the form of a book and it was released by the former Vice Chancellor of the Tamil University. The function was presided over by the Secretary to Government, Tamil Development Culture Department, and it was in the presence of the editor of the newspaper. The first person to receive the copy of the book was that person who was a life convict in jail. I got him out on parole for a day. I made him sit on the dais with me. In the invitation card, we just printed his name because we can't write anything. So when he was called upon to speak, he refused to speak. Then when he went to the podium, he said, all the dignitaries in the dais are well known to you. One is a judge of the Madras High Court, another is a vice chancellor of Tamil University, the third is the secretary to government of a Tamil Development Cultural Department, the fourth is the editor of a newspaper. I am sorry, I have not been properly introduced, he said. Then he said, I am a person serving life imprisonment in jail for murdering my wife. He said it and cried. It was a very poignant moment. But what he said later is what is most important. In a private conversation, he said, Sir, I was convicted for an offense which I did not commit. But the next sentence was more important. He said, the evidence was against me. Therefore, the judge was right in convicting me. I have no grudge against the judge. I have no grudge against the judiciary. What else a third party can do if the evidence is against me? I thought he was taller than me, a judge. So these are stories which when we absorb, we become better human beings. And after all, we want the inmates of jails to become better human beings. It is possible only when we become better human beings. I am very happy about this entire session because we had a lot of information. We had a lot of food for the intellect. Ultimately, we had a lot of food for the heart. That what actually makes this session very meaningful. Thank you very much. We will all have a lunch break and then we will reassemble here at 2 o'clock. Of course, she will do her duty. I can't take away her duty. Thank you.
Also request the audience to remain seated. Before we conclude, may I request Lieutenant Colonel Virendra Singh, Director, National Human Rights Commission, to kindly present mementos as a mark of gratitude and appreciation. I would also like to share that these mementos have been thoughtfully handcrafted by the inmates of Tihar Jail. To Shri Honorable Justice Shri V. Rama Subramanian. To Shri Valay Singh. To Professor Dr. Vartika Nanda. And to Miss Maitri Mishra.
She only gave voice and colors. Yeah, colors. We've given colors to her. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. To Miss Maitri Mishra.
It will be given to you.
Thank you, sir. Before leaving the dais, we would like to request the panel to kindly remain seated for a group photograph.
Mr. Bala Singh, come here. Yeah, correct. Otherwise, chair cannot be lifted.
If the desk is too clean, they are not reading.
That's right. See, we float theories depending upon what we do.